to give my yes to you today. I choose.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 19th of August, and I have a cup of coffee for Coffee with God this morning. If you have your Bibles, turn to 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15. For we are a fragrance of Christ to God among those who are being saved and among those who are perishing. Interesting. You just have to pitch up, and the smell of Christ, the spiritual aroma of Christ to God will be felt by both those who are saved and those who are unsaved. And so you will have an effect. Firstly, your impact will be unintentional. It'll just be presence driven. You don't have to think about witnessing. You don't have to think about making a statement. Just your presence brings an aroma, a smell. And how people react to that oftentimes may surprise you, may not surprise you. But you need to realize that those who are saved, like you, are used to the aroma of Christ in their life. But those who aren't are affronted. It becomes a smell of death. It becomes something that stinks. And how they react to it is more an indication of where they are at and how they are happy or not happy with their own lives than what they are with you. Now, when I read this again, I was just reminded of an encounter when I was a student. A man who I seen, a Methodist minister, Graham West, put 2 cans of antiperspirant down next to my chair. And when I asked him what these were for, he said, they're for you. And I said, why? He says, because you stink. And unfortunately, it wasn't the aroma of Christ. It was BO, it was body odor that was nauseating. And he said to me, sometimes when you leave here, Kathy, his wife, can't even come into the room. He responded as a Christian and responded in love, embarrassed me in the process, made me incredibly self-aware of the fact that, geez, I stink. But he was the only one, even out of my family and friends and acquaintances. He was the one who lovingly reached into my life and said, let me help you get over your smell. And he wasn't nice to me. He was loving. He brought the truth. And yesterday we spoke about being a peacemaker, not compromising on truth. And I'm forever grateful for him. I still use antiperspirants today as opposed to deodorants. My body just reacts differently to the chemicals. But it took someone who said, hey, I smell you and let me help you. And oftentimes when we go into unsaved people's lives, we are the smell of death. We stink to them. And sometimes their response is not loving. Their response is very aggressive. Don't be surprised by that. But you respond with truth and with love. And don't make excuses, because you are the aroma of Christ to God. You are the fragrance of Christ. And again, I remind you, you just have to pitch up for the aroma, for the smell to be encountered by others. You don't have to do much. You just have to be present. Think about that, and think about your presence. Think about how you can respond to other people's responses to the smell of Christ in your life. Come and chat about it. Let's flesh this discussion out a little bit more over a nice cup of coffee. Talk about aroma, talk about smell. Much better than tea. The smell of coffee in the morning, fresh brewed, awesome smell. Tea, I don't know, doesn't do anything for me. Have a wonderful Wednesday.